The Monaco Grand Prix is the crown jewel of Formula One. It is a historic circuit that has given so many amazing memories to the fans. However, there are many problems with Monaco which may end up causing it to be scrapped from the F1 calendar. Formula One is growing every year with a lot of new cities waiting in line with a hefty amount of money to host a Grand Prix. Currently, tensions exist between the Monaco circuit management and Formula One on financial negotiations. As the cars of the sport are getting bigger and bigger, the races in Monaco are often than not dull, with little or no overtaking and excitement. Monaco's deal with Formula One is coming to an end in 2022. If the deal is not extended, then maybe the 2022 Grand Prix was the last we see in Monaco. In this video, we are going to look at what the future of Monaco holds in Formula One. The very first problem which makes the future of Monaco uncertain is the financial negotiations with F1. For the existing contract, Monaco pays only $15 million per year, while other cities pay closer to $60 million every year. Zak Brown, team principal of McLaren Racing, said, "I think Monaco has had a very advantageous commercial agreement with Formula One forever, and I think all Formula One is trying to do is to get a commercial agreement in place that's more consistent with the other venues, while recognising its importance on the calendar. I think Formula One is now of a size and scope that it's bigger than any one team, bigger than any one driver, and bigger than any one race. I think, of course, none of us would want to see Monaco go, but also understand as commercial rights holder, they need to have an arrangement that's more consistent with the other venues, given the demand of tracks that want to host Grand Prix. The popularity of the sport is booming through the roof, and many cities are willing to pay more and more to gain a competitive edge." Alpine team principal Otmar Szafnauer, showing his optimism for the financial negotiations in Monaco, said, "I'm sure that they'll do a good job with the negotiations in Monaco and they'll come to the right conclusion. At the end of the day, it is all business. If the financial negotiations did not go well, other cities would come up with offers Formula One cannot refuse. Then Monaco's future would be in jeopardy." Another problem with the Monaco Grand Prix is that the circuit is short for the size of cars in Formula One. It is almost an impossible task to overtake a car on the narrow 3.34 kilometre street circuit. There is hardly ever overtaking in the race. For new fans of the sport, it does not live up to its hype and excitement. This weekend is filled with excitement with amazing qualifying races. However, when it comes to the race day, it's a snooze fest. Formula One's popularity is on the up, and it is starting to attract a lot of viewership all around the world. New fans are demanding more and more races. New avenues and events are being added every year. In 2022, there are 23 events. It could increase to 25 by 2023, and could increase up to 25 in no time. Saudi Arabia has a long contract with F1. Qatar is going to be added to the calendar of F1 beginning next year for a 10-year deal, and Bahrain has already expanded its deal till 2036. The US is also not leaving the hype train of F1. It will have 3 Grand Prix in 2023, with Miami added this year and Las Vegas joining the next. If the financial issues are not resolved, the historic value of Monaco may not be strong enough to keep it on the calendar. There are a few possible options that may make the Grand Prix in Monaco a bit more interesting. The race can be pushed further down the calendar, where drivers would be willing to take more risks and overtake other cars, because that would directly impact their winning or losing the championship. This is a practical step that can easily be taken without worrying about FIA intervening, as is the case with the options which include expanding the length of the circuit. Another important thing to consider is that the main reason why cars are not able to put on an exciting show and overtake other cars in Monaco is that their sizes have become a lot bigger than they were back in the day. For Formula E, for example, Monaco is just like their Baku. The cars are smaller, they are able to overtake other cars more easily, and even now and then they are able to put up an amazing show. This is exactly the opposite for Monaco in Formula One. There are a lot of drivers who complain about the size of Formula One cars. It should be considered before making any decision because, with the technology that would be available a few years from now, the cars can maintain their current performance with much smaller dimensions. Die-hard fans of F1 would never want to see Monaco not being on the calendar. Drivers are also very on board with having Monaco come what may. The Ferrari driver and hometown boy Charles Leclerc said, "I think it would be a bad move. F1 without Monaco for me is not F1. F1 has historic tracks like Silverstone, like Monza, and I think they should stay." The man who is the reigning world champion and leading the points table at the moment, Red Bull's Max Verstappen, said, "I think because of the historic value, it belongs on the calendar." Same thoughts were shared by Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton, and he said, "This is one of the most exciting, if not the most exciting race weekends of the year." These concerns will definitely be taken into consideration while deciding the future of Monaco in Formula One. History of the sport is an important aspect which should remain intact, and there are not a lot of circuits with such track records available. It is not obvious that for the sake of bigger and bigger cars, F1 will continue to drop tracks off its calendar in search of other ones that are suitable for the cars. A line has to be drawn somewhere, or else the sport would end up losing its history, which is more valuable than it currently seems to the new fans who want non-stop action. Moreover, Formula One also needs to improve its broadcasting. There were many good moments in the 2022 Monaco Grand Prix, which the cameras did not show and missed completely. The broadcast in general is not very good, but in Monaco it becomes horrible, and this needs to improve at the same time, which can add a boost to the races, especially in Monaco. It will all be clear this year whether we watch the last Grand Prix in Monaco or whether it will continue to be part of Formula One. Let us know what you think about the future of Monaco. Should it stay on the calendar for the sake of history, or should it be replaced by some new exciting track? That's all that we have for you today. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and see you all in the next video.